Let's go into 3ds Max and see how we set the output for still images. There are a few steps involved: the resolution of the image, setting the file type, and then making some adjustments in the file type setup. We don't need to have anything in our scene because we're not actually going to render anything. We want to go to the main toolbar and click on the Render Setup icon. This opens the Render Setup dialog. In the time output area, we want to use a single image that will render just one frame for print or web. And in the output size area, we need to determine the width and height pixel resolution. As you can see, we currently have a custom resolution. If you click the drop-down arrow in the output size options drop-down list, you can see additional options that are available. Many of these options deal with video or animation resolution and not necessarily print or web. So in this case, we would use the type-in. Currently, the 640 pixels width by 480 pixels height may be good for an image that would be posted to a website. But for print, we may need to type in a value of, say, 3000 horizontal pixels and 2400 vertical. This sets the resolution that we've predetermined with our client. Then scroll down in the Common tab of the Render Settings dialog to the Render Output area. On the right-hand side, click the Files option. This opens the Render Output File dialog. When we click on the Save as Type drop-down list, we're presented with a number of options. In this case, we're going to select the PNG file format. This is a good file format for outputting to the web. Since we're not rendering anything, it really doesn't matter what the file name is. So I'm going to type in testrender.png and I'm going to hit the Tab key. Once I hit the Tab key, I can then click on the Setup button. That opens the PNG configuration dialog. And for standard web output, I might click and select 24-bit RGB. And if I'm going to use transparency, I can check the alpha channel. For each file type, there are different options in their setup. So we'll go ahead and click OK. Since we're not going to be rendering this image, go ahead and click Cancel to close this dialog. And go ahead and close the Render dialog. Again, it's very important to know what type of file you will be rendering ahead of time in order to avoid any unnecessary work or the possibility of needing to re-render your entire scene.